Off here, Coach. Just talk about the team still winning, 10 in a row. It's great news, 2-0 in conference. So it seems like the team's just rolling along, isn't it?
Rolling along is not the way I'd characterize it exactly. In that, the win streak is great. The fact that we started conference against a really talented Irvine team, I think. We broke their backs, and the next night they had to play Santa Barbara, a talented team as well, but they were exhausted. And I think our team is really well trained from a physiological standpoint. So they're match ready to play 2 nights in a row if they need to. And why it's not rolling along so much is that the unknowns that I've got to deal with this week are the following. One, D. Olawalafe gets her cast off tomorrow. And in her place, Marianne Guerra has just played fantastic volleyball. She's like the hockey goalie is not flashy. She just doesn't make mistakes. And she's making bigger and bigger, more important plays as we go. So we've got Dee, who's been first team all-conference the last 3 years and was on her way toward an All-American year, unstoppable before her pinky finger was broken in our fourth match of the season against Idaho State. She'll be back, and whether she'll be able to play or not this weekend, I don't know. We'll find out. So we're going to work on that. Also, Megan McConnell, who was on the all-freshman team and honorable mention all-conference last season, I should say, is getting stronger every week. So we're playing with, if you throw into that mix the fact that Kate Walters, arguably you'd call her our backup setter, though sometimes we're just running a 6-2 offense. She was on the floor against CSUN as Northridge more than Sarah Course was. She did a really good job. She brings a different sort of energy. So she had her contribution, and it's just the point I'm trying to make is that we're heading toward being a team that has extraordinary depth, and at the same time, in this interim period, how ready Dee will be able to play come Friday night against Fullerton or Saturday night against Long Beach, I don't know yet. And McConnell, how much she's literally making, by leaps and bounds, she's making these great improvements from her shoulder surgery, and according to the doctors, she's good to go. So we should just get better and better, deeper and deeper as a team. And this weekend in particular is so important because right now Fullerton and Long Beach State to a higher degree represent the strongest impediments to our third Big West championship in the last 5 years.
Yeah, you're touching on it right there. What I wanted to ask you, I mean, with 4 games in a row, matches in a row at home, we don't get to see you very often here in Mott Gym, unfortunately. This is a 4-game stretch, this is the real key stretch of the season for you guys. How important is it for you guys to defend the home floor and really pull out 4 wins here in front of the home fans?
It's very important. There's no doubt about it. We love to be at home. The record reflects it. Over the last 5 years, we haven't lost very often on this floor. And in conference, our record is as good as any in the conference. The idea is this. These are not must-wins. But if we can beat both Fullerton and Long Beach State, we're in a great position to keep moving through the Big West and then turn into the odds-on favorite to win the championship.
So this one weekend, though early in conference, could it provide all the momentum that you would need to get back on top and stay on top in your eyes?
That's a way of putting it for sure. And if you look at the combined record of Cal Poly, Fullerton, and Long Beach State, we are the top 3 teams in the conference. I think Davis is right around in there trying to fight for the top 3, but we're number 1. And then Fullerton has had a nice record. Fullerton beat number 22 or 23 ranked University of San Diego last Tuesday night. They beat them in 3, and then on Saturday night, Long Beach State beat Fullerton in 3. So these matches are very important. There's no doubt about it. These teams are the teams we need to beat to win the conference, and they are meaningful on a number of different levels to continue our win streak, to work into the system, the play of these very talented physical players, McConnell and Olawalafe, and to take advantage of the home floor here at Mott when I've checked, there are no other Cal Poly teams other than I believe there's a soccer match on Wednesday, or maybe Wednesday or Thursday night, but over the weekend our other Cal Poly teams are on the road, and these are great volleyball matches for us. These are what we train for, and we just hope so much for the girls' sake that they get a really strong turnout, and that the seventh man in volleyball, the seventh woman in volleyball would show up in force, and we'd have a nice turnout for these 2 matches.
Just for the mental side of it, what was bigger, coming back from 2 sets down and winning the opener, or sweeping the next day? I mean, if you were to pick one, what would it be and why?
It would be most certainly the first, because we put together a really nice non-conference record coming in at 10-3. That was what I told anyone who asked me, what do you hope, what would be sort of not a best case scenario, but what do you hope to accomplish in the non-conference? And I said, 10-3 would be really excellent for us. It would mean we're playing good enough volleyball to actually win a Big West championship. I didn't know that I would be saying 10-3 without the 2 players who received the most accolades last year. And so to work them into the lineup, those are good challenges to have as a coach. We'll just be that much deeper, and if we need to use, I don't know what's going to happen this weekend, but with Dee in particular. But she was absolutely unstoppable up until the time she broke her finger. And we're just really excited. But to the answer to your question, to go down 0-2 in our first conference match and come back and play better and better, it feels like this team just has a will to win that we haven't seen since 2006, when Chelsea Hayes was running the show here. And they also have a gear that they can go into that other teams don't have, and to elevate their game to winning levels. And that's what they showed against Irvine. To back it up was certainly nice. It's always tough to play at Northridge because it's 100 degrees in that gym and very uncomfortable, besides a tough combatant on the other side of the net. But certainly coming back from in the first match against a talented Irvine team. By the end of the season, Irvine, they'll be in the top half of the conference. They're just too good not to be. All right. Thanks.